Travis Wayne Goodsell. Mormons hate me. They want me shut up. They want me dead. They want me destroyed. They threaten me repeatedly. They commit crimes against me to get me to deny Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon as true. Exactly what their third great ancestors did to Mormons in Joseph Smith's church. They don't get it. I have an actual testimony, scientific based witness that the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith are true. They don't understand what that is because they don't have it, obviously. They refuse to believe and accept the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith is true as Mormons. They claim the Book of Mormon is the keystone, they claim Joseph Smith is the founder, and then they deny it. So, you saw my pretty picture today. You'll notice the video that I was watching was my video where I explain and expound all scriptures for you from Joseph Smith, who taught us. So thus the thumbnail picture. Because like I said in that 2.5 hour video, all scriptures are talking about the exact same events in the exact same future prediction of the exact same calendar date and clock times, days and hours. Just different time periods, different character names, altered stories, but the patterns are exactly the same. Sunday, Mormons held a fast worldwide for world peace. It needs to stay with beauty contests. Where Mormons don't even get Miss Congeniality awards. You're one in a million. So, what happened as a result of a worldwide fasting of Mormons on Sunday? Well, things got worse. You'd think Mormons would learn after a failed test run. Nope, they keep doing it, expecting a different result. What's that called? Is it Albert Einstein who has that quote? Scientist who's supposed to run scientific theory method testing. Not come up with crap that even Scully was able to confound and correct. The truth is out there. So, a needle pulling thread. Unfaithful Mormons. Escalated World War III. Civil War II, failing to establish peace. Governor Cox has learned his lesson the second time around. Right? I haven't seen the news yet where you asked everybody to pray for rain to prevent the coming drought this year. He did it in 2021. He did it in 2025. I'm waiting for his 2026 call to action. Yep, false prophets. You know them by their failures. Failure. Oaks, hand it over now, you bastard. Are the church service missionaries not telling you this? Do they dare not tell you this for fear of your wrath? You're just a little guy. Just a tiny little guy. Just so tiny. How did your daughter get so big? How did your granddaughter get so big? In that white dress and red high heels? Wouldn't even look at you. So yes, there are lots of Mormon channels who do speculation reporting on the church. For the second coming of Jesus alert. Mormons are on high alert for any signs, any words that could be interpreted with speculation through their spiritual witness feelings of faith promotion for Jesus' second coming. I would expect that this Iranian attack should have triggered a whole bunch of them. Do we dare go onto YouTube and find out? How do we look for you generally? Have to hope that I don't get frozen on the camera. Travis is on the camera! Get him! Get him! Deposition gets heated between Nancy Mace and Hillary. And what the hell's going on with this? Why are you blurring out her picture? She's just a little girl. Who are you, Emma? Why is YouTube showing me your channel and not showing your thumbnail picture? Are you doing porn, little girl? Do you even know what that is? Because there's Fallen Angel. They keep showing this movie over and over again, recommending this when I'm not signed in. Channels. See if that will do it. No, not church channels, Mormon channels. And Mormon Stories podcast, that's the apostates. Here's Mormon Channel Studio. That's combined with the church, or it's a playlist. Place of healing, and especially for youth melody, as sisters in Zion will bring the world his truth. Mike Hicks. Oh, old creepy men should not be talking about little girls. YouTube recommended it, not me. Oh, here's Captain Mormon. It's Captain Moroni, dumbass. So 2 weeks ago, this is the last video, and he did it on the not so lost 116 pages. He has no clue. Speculation. Here's Ty and Kenna. That's the way we like it. I'm getting scared. They're dancing. So 2 days ago, building our dinner table and chairs, new home vlog. Ninja creamy dessert. Oh my God. So they're in their own little fantasy bubble. Mormon discussions. Are you guys Mormon, or are you apostates too? Still recording, or did I get frozen? No, I'm still recording. Cool. Yeah, you're apostates. Yeah, don't try fooling me. And so, yeah, I now see they're responding to the Captain Mormon guy. The lost 116 pages from the Book of Lehi. And they'll get it wrong. Nuking the Book of Mormon. Oh my God, he's got his face blown up in a PNG. Mormon, a narcissistic system. Yeah, this is faith promoting. Mormon channels, and I get apostates. What the bleeping hell? And David Archuleta, he's now apostate. Shattered all Mormon girl dreams. And Alyssa, yeah, she's faith promoting, isn't she? Everything Mormon missionaries don't tell you from 7 months ago. I don't know. This is all apostate stuff. Saints Unscripted. You guys are faith promoting, aren't you? Oh boy. They've replaced Kwaku with another token black man. We're so true and not racist since 1978. You know, he's young enough, he could have been one of the faithful in the premortal council of heaven, because everybody born before 1978. And dear God, they dominate it with him. So, here it was 2 days ago, and yeah. How did I know? It's time, Latter-day Saints. Celebrate Lent. Bring back Kwaku. From the Latin quadragesima, 40th, is a solemn Christian religious observance in the liturgical year in preparation for Easter. It echoes the 40 days Jesus spent fasting in the desert and enduring temptation by the president of the church. According to the Gospels of... Didn't you know that Lucifer's supposed to hand over the keys of government too? According to the Gospel of Matthew, oh yeah, because Christianity existed before the creation of Christianity. Before beginning his public ministry, Lent is usually observed in the Catholic, Lutheran, Moravian, Anglican, United Protestant, Orthodox Christian traditions, among others. Number of Anabaptist, Baptist, Methodist, Reformed, including certain Continental Reformed, Presbyterian, and Congregationalist, and non-denominational Christian churches also observe Lent, although many churches in these traditions do not. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Fair. Shaken faith syndrome. And now they're trying to cause a seizure. And so no, they're still also not involved in any of this. 2 days ago, Faithful Answers, Season 1, Episode 4, Are Mormons Christian? Well, it says right there in the subtitle of the Book of Mormon, and they even circled it with red, Other Testament of Jesus Cristo de los Santos de los Últimos Días. And then they've got the name of the church logo. And they circled Jesus Christ, bold-faced. And then the idol statue god Jesus of Mormons, circled. See? We're Christian. Outward appearance. Yeah, Lucifer uses those tactics to deceive dumbasses. I hate it when I'm, well, I love it when I'm right. I don't hate it. And I'm always right. Mormons never learn. That was humiliating. So apparently Mormons don't realize that this is Armageddon and we're all going to die because the resurrection is literal. Right, Oaks? Bastard. Why am I the only one who figured this out? Why? So, Trump is planning the big one. He's not done yet. In fact, he came out and said, yeah, this is going to last until Easter. Oh, hey, that's what Oak said. What a coincidence. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. I'm sure it wasn't a fifth death threat by Oaks to prepare Mormons for Easter, and Mormons are oblivious. I'm going to have to change the title of my video. Or add Oblivious Unfaithful LDS Sunday Fast, Mormon Fast, Escalated World War III, failed to establish peace. Oh my hell. I don't get you, Mormons. What about that other channel, Mr. Adam on Diamond guy? Should we check him? Because he should be all over this. And we'll get back to the news. Because if you paid attention to my short video news clips, breaking news clips, Oaks, sure enough, is providing safety and refuge for selected individuals, not just Gilbert. His daughter, I think his granddaughter is going to be there for Easter in Utah, even though she was disrespectful. Okay, so this is different. So Russian movies. Testigos del Sol 03-03. Apparently it's a live camera feed of empty streets, ICE deported them all. Grammarly. Such crap. I bet you they think colors are a noun. I'd run the test, but they don't have a test thing for me. But that's what I'd want to know. That's what I'd run the test for before buying. Let's see. Adam Hyundai Amen. Mormon channel. Music. Latter-day Moroni. It's this one. I don't think this is that same guy. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am God. Really? You think you're God, huh? So yeah, he just records off of his TV the church videos. So he's oblivious. And that was 11 years ago. He's dead and gone. Wow, that sucks to be you. Family home evening on the road. That was a year ago when they did it. So 2 weeks ago was their last one. Joseph Smith stopped a runaway stagecoach, and two more amazing stories of the LDS prophet. New name Noah. Mormon Temple Endowment Ceremony. American Fork Second Ward Sacrament Meeting. Some guy named Travis Wayne Goodsell. 3.7K views. Wow, he's popular. 3 years ago, though. Huh. Travis was not sent to reveal this sacred secret. 3 years ago, huh? LDS Church President reveals Adam Hyundai priesthood meeting has occurred. Curious. He must be really cool and popular. Should we check out other of his works? Wow, 5.3K videos. Amazing. 1.62K subscribers. Wow, he is so cool and hot. But, wait a minute. His latest video from 9 hours ago, BYU Jerusalem is under attack? Holy crap! Breaking news, guys! 17 views. And, Oaks' daughter. LDS Mormon Church President Dallin Harris orders daughter to stay in Utah. 22 views. Preparing for LDS Mormon Church April 2026 General Conference. 20 views. I'm confused. I'm confused. I thought this guy was popular. He's a loser. Dear God, nobody is getting what I want. Second coming, Jesus. A field trip, a parable about the second coming of Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's the bus driver who's got porn on his phone that the kids cyber-terrorized him with. Ah, Rise Zion, here he is. Here he is. This'll prove it. God, that took forever. And so, yes. Ooh, 11 hours ago. Really, dude? So 3 days ago, Trump ordered Israel evacuation. Armageddon prophecies coming true? Question mark. This is not a drill. 29K views. And so blood moon over Israel's war. Is the Antichrist already here? When you start with a false belief, you end up speculating to expand upon that false belief. And then you get dumbass stuff like this that make you 12K views in 11 hours. And just 4 days ago, he's speculating on the words of Camille and Johnson. No man knoweth the day and the hour. Joseph Smith teaches, nobody listens. It was right there for you, dude. And you will not look. You're doing your own wisdom. That is sad, Mormons. That is pathetic. Yes, this is it. I do these videos. I just did a new upgraded pictures in the videos for you to show you that this church is the enemy, the Antichrist of the devil. You know, for me, I didn't know until I saw it for myself. Married in room number 13 at Salt Lake Temple, where our wedding supper feast was at the Lion House next to the Beehive House with the honey. I can do it all day. All the scriptures are done this way. Hello? Still not catching on yet? My few viewers? God. And so, getting our wedding photos taken at the door. The traditional door for weddings that the church made sure to put up a wall. So you had to have a temple recommend to enter the grounds. Except for the photos, I guess you can go, but you have to be in the group, I guess, or I guess you can, but they have guards. They have guns. They'll shoot you in the face and then say bleep and bleep. But yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't look up. That was not my focus during that time. And the photographers, her bestie from high school, and our Relief Society president. both put the full door in their photos, not just close-ups. The Relief Society president was the one who brought it to my attention. Otherwise, I may not have seen it. Would have gotten their digital images that we were given, just downloaded it to the computer, stuck it in a file, put it in the archive. But the Relief Society president made sure that we would check. I got the whole door in. Others don't get the whole door in. I made sure to get the whole door in. Okay. You're acting weird. So I checked. Oh my bleeping hell! Tom Jones was right. When I was 14 years old, when animal magnetism came out, when we just moved to Corona, my neighbor on the perpendicular block, unbleeping believable, because his born-again Christian pastor, who had his church at the corner of Corona High School across the street from our stake center, where I went to early morning seminary, had gone on vacation to Salt Lake City to take photos before the wall was put up. The wall's still there, by the way. The whole remodeling, and the wall's still there. We can find out. We can find out. Renovation. Okay. So, January 2026. B-roll. So that's just the temple, guys. That's not what I'm looking for. Temple Square. Temple Square. Come on. Show Temple Square. Temple Square. Not Temple. Temple Square. Oh my God. So, November has other... Seriously? You won't let me... Oh. No, this is all just inside stuff. Okay, here we go. It does look like there's the wall, though you still see the corner by the street. It's a distance shot, but yeah, it does look like they're keeping the wall intact to cover it up and hide it. Hail Satan, full of grace. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. And yet I could. Yet I could. Yeah, the doctrines of Lucifer, that was confusing for me. Because I remember going to the temple for the first time, having to do the death penalty oath, totally freaking me out in my brain. In this big, massive audience before they remodeled it to have smaller rooms. And, of course, now I understood why my mom was an alt-right Nazi Mormon. It all makes sense now. All makes sense. And the prayer circle, where they have members either call in, or when they get to the temple, there are desks, tables, where there's a little box and there's slips of paper. And you can write on the slip of paper one name per paper. Like anybody checks. And put it in the little Kleenex box case. For which, right before the prayers, or right before a session, one of the workers will pull out the little baggie and take it to the altar and put it there for that session. And the presider is the one who takes it out, puts it on the altar, and the one who's designated to give the prayer puts his arm to the square with the other arm on the altar with the names right there. And he's supposed to refer to the names in his prayer as a rote prayer. And I'm thinking, this is no different than witchcraft. This is idol worship. And I would go on to go to the University of Lethbridge, take a course on witchcraft, and yep, sure enough. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. And I'm just, God. This is why they turn everything literal history. Because Joseph Smith's visions as literal histories now make him, necromancer. A glass looker. Yeah, he was arrested March 26th. We're coming up on the anniversary. 1826. Ooh, the 200th anniversary of Joseph Smith as a glass looker. Ooh, we got to do that video. Bicentennial. Joseph Smith arrested glass looker. 20th of March, 1826. You're not supposed to take the Urim and Thummim out of the box. Supposed to wait till next year. Next year, Joseph. 2 sets, 4 times. Next year. You get in trouble when you don't listen. Hilarious. You'd think the church would want to promote that. Yeah, he had the Urim and... Oh, Right, they can't do that, can they? Because they turned it all into literal history. He can't touch it until 2027. Or 1827, 2027. That's when a temple will be set up. Set in order. Wait, what? Oh my God. Yeah. Yep. The doctrines of Lucifer taught within. Idol worship, porn, the real translation of porn. All taught within the temple, mingled with Joseph Smith's original stuff. So, yeah, the church is selectively choosing who gets to come and be saved. Those in Utah get to be saved, I guess. They've been trying to murder me. Why do they want me saved? To put me in my place, I guess. See how true we are? You're alive thanks to us. You tried to murder me. Bleep you. You don't get credit for that. But yeah, the rest of you ex-foe never-mows, the church is going to demand loyalty now. We saved you. And so if you still want to be obstinate, then you'll with me. And Lee will preside over the public executions. You do know it's Senator Lee, right? Not the local state Lee. They're both Nazis, but City Weekly says that Senator Lee's still #1 Nazi. And so, yes, this is what they're doing. I exposed it all in advance, yet again. And here we go. Oaks is saving whom he wants saved. Putting a loyalist into the 12 to save his family, because he's got some young girls to be prostituted in polygamy harems. Setting the example to other Mormons who are unfaithful. His daughter, stay in Utah, dear. Start your performance here and keep it going until Easter. Then you can go national. And Motab, ending in Brazil, coming back. And they can claim that it's in preparation for conference. You know, it was scheduled that way to end. But it was scheduled that way to end. Do you understand this? Oaks knew. He's been giving you death threats. 5. Oaks knows. They thought they knew last year. Trump failed. Supposed to do it with the election. Trump. I guess it was too big of a shock to actually win the election. Democrats were too dense to put up a fight for it. And after the Hillary, who was it? It was Kamala Harris, right? When she conceded, that then Democrats went, wait a minute, I didn't vote for Trump. Wait a minute, my vote for the Democrats in my district won, that I voted for, but I didn't vote for Trump. hell. And whatever became of that lawsuit? It's just, oh my hell. Trump comes out later in the summer to say, yeah, I rigged the election. And still, nobody's... AI, it projects, it doesn't count. Literally and figuratively, it doesn't count. It can't do math, depending on which count definition you're using in your brain. He is not a legitimate president. But the enemy got him in anyway. He was not supposed to win. 3 Nephi chapter 7 made that very clear. Oops. They ran a test run for it instead of doing it. And then the repeat, he actually wins the presidency. Oh my God. Such incompetence and wickedness. You're not following your 200-year-old plot. You're screwing things up. I want Zion. So, yeah, that's why the video I did, where I go over and explain, if Mormons were told and were given the choice, they'd move to Utah. And as I just went over with you, all of them are clueless. They have no clue that this is Armageddon. The Rise Zion is questioning it with his speculation powers. Mormons are oblivious to what's going on. Have no clue. Dear God. So, Melania is now going to be deposed in the Epstein case. Trump will hang her out to dry. He may complain about it. As long as they don't depose him. What's sad is that I'm always right, and I'm not sad about it. It's frustrating that I'm the only one who's knowledgeable on other people's religions. And I did that video, I covered that in a video just yesterday, wasn't it, or 2 days ago, where I am the foremost expert on Mormonism, and sadly, on Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. His picture, by the way, was an Islamist. They have a Christ. Dumbass. And so Mormons obviously don't know anything about the Jews. Therefore don't know about Purim. Not Purim. There's no O. It's a U. And I believe it was KSL. I don't think it was KUTV2. Who reported with a Utah rabbi. He's a youngin', so he's fairly new to the rabbi world. There are strict requirements to become a rabbi, or at least there used to be. Lots and lots of memorization. You need to know Jewish history. You need to be able to answer questions from the Torah. You need to know how to perform the rituals for the holy days. And yet, I am the king rabbi, because I did the video explaining Purim in great detail for you guys. As the pretty picture I made tied it to Deuteronomy 19:19, the law of the Jews and the teachings of the Jews called the Torah. And yet, this Utah rabbi lacks knowledge of basic Purim doctrine. He called the story of Esther literal history. And exposed the idol worship of the Jews in keeping the commandments. Book of Mormon warns of this. Book of Mormon warns. I can simply use the wording, looking beyond the mark, and everybody would go, oh yeah, that's in the New Testament portion of the Book of Mormon, right? Or is it the Old Testament portion of the Book of Mormon? I am doing that picture just to spite you guys. God, pick Mormon, Old and New Testaments. So bleep you all. He has no clue. And he thought that the story of Esther was about, can't we all just get along? And yet, I do it again for you with the thumbnail picture, to show that I'm smarter than the Utah rabbi about his own religion, his own scriptures. And this is because of the damage that Roman Emperor Constantine caused by the creation of Christianity. He turned the scriptures into literal histories. The book of Esther into a literal history. He turned the religion into witchcraft idol worship. He cut off the connection of Esther to Deuteronomy 19:19. You should have interviewed me, KSL. We all know you won't. 11 nations are at war now after the Iran strike. I showed you the pretty picture in last night's video, quick video. And there was Bahrain. I told you. When an apostle meets with leaders from another country, whether in their country or at Temple Square, destruction follows. The Judas handshake. I did the picture. So yes, the video of the church news of Suarez in Brazil. No duh. Brazil's next. Trialed faith. It's coming. No nation will be safe. Because that's the whole plot. Joseph Smith revealed it to you. Only in Zion will you be safe. The whole world will descend into war, and you have to fight to survive or die if you do not get to Zion. And like I said, this is Oakes's plot. To have Utah be the only place not at war, despite all the deaths that keep happening here and all of the perverts who get arrested for raping little girls, and the psychologists, nonetheless. Then Oakes can then say, when they run the kingdom of Deseret 2.0, see, it's a privilege to not be at war. Join us or die. Exactly the threat of the Danites to Mormons in 1838. Same pattern. Because that was their test run for their plot right now. Nobody's listening. And so, yep, I called it again. Fox News is now warning that ICE must be funded immediately to protect America from sleeper cells. I warn, you're not listening. It was all a trick, a trap. You're not listening. So, Iran bombed an oil refinery in Saudi Arabia, so that makes the oil crisis bigger now. It's coming. Watch for the stock markets to crash. Watch for gas prices to skyrocket. Watch for global economies to collapse. It's coming. Before Easter, Trump. The resurrection is literal, Trump. You've got a deadline. And so, yeah, there are Mormons stranded in the Middle East. So I brought out the membership statistics from 2024 because we don't have 2025s yet. Gotta wait till after conference. Because they shut it all down. They shut off the finances and the membership numbers from us. Oakes was the one who told us. I remember these things. Everybody else forgets. And I don't think they have them in country order anymore. They put it in alphabetical order. But there's thousands, as the church statement said, in the area. And so, they're not going to let me blow it up. Huh? So Bahrain, you got to get to the members. There we go. Bahrain, 276 members. Belarus, 511. Interesting. That's Putin's ally who received nukes from Putin, so that when Putin then gets triggered with all of this to go into Europe, he'll have an Eastern Front to go in first. I see these things, nobody listens to me. Wow, 197 on Bermuda? Wow. Cyprus, that's under attack. 634 Mormons. India, $15,454. No wonder they made a gold statue of Joseph Smith. 310 Mormons in Israel. You don't remember me doing that video? I can't remember which apostle it was that was honored with it. Oh, New Jersey, 270 Mormons. It's the country of Jersey in Europe North. It's gotta be a town. Let's see. It is taking me too long to find the ones from the Middle East. Panama. Wow, 62,946. Wow. Yeah, Trump gave up on restoring that for Ivanka. I guess Ivanka told him, I don't want it anymore, Daddy. Let's do Bitcoin instead. Qatar, 537. Russia, oh crap. They're down in Russia. It used to be 23,000 in Russia. It's now down to 18,132. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. And a major city yet to be determined when Russia conquers Ukraine. Ouch. Sweden. Where are you, Frederick? I haven't heard from you in a long time. Are you still listening? 9,489. Taiwan. China will be acquiring that in the coming day. 62,772 Mormons. Ukraine, 9,903 Mormons. Venezuela, 177,309 Mormons. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, it's over 1,000, at least. You got the military businessmen and servicemen at the bases who are also there. They don't have China listed. We'll see if it's restored this year, assuming we're not dead yet. Or the people who update Wikipedia post it. But if now Oaks would finally be told correctly from the Strengthening Church Members Committee about my video content, to hand over the church to me, bring the sister missionaries at least home. Bring everybody home. And they're not doing it. Oaks is doing selective gathering to protect certain people. Others are left to die. Children on missions, lowered ages to 18, out to die. Remember, Oaks lowered it to 18 for girls and then said, we're sending you out. So more girls at 18 join up to be missionaries out on their missions right now to be slaughtered so that the church can claim to be victims. Please give me legal permission to be left alone in the room with Oaks. I am horrified that not a single Mormon parent of a missionary is furious with this church. Furious with Oaks, demanding their child come home. Transportation is being shut down. They're going to be stranded. You bastard, Oaks. You bleeping bastard. I want to be uncensored, YouTube. I have got nothing nice to say to this evil man. And Mormons just don't care. Apathy. Dear God, Mormons. So yes, the Austin Bar is seen as a consequential terrorist attack in America, as he was responding to the strike in Iran. Okay. So the Actors Awards had their red carpet. I feel so much better now. So, yeah, Sydney Sweeney, I'm sure, was there. She's got a couple of movies coming out on DVD soon. UK attacked. And yet the Prime Minister dude guy came up and said, we're not going to attack. We're only defensive. He didn't even do that. Nonetheless, you're going to do what you're going to do. Iran now is going to be banned from the World Cup. World Cup is ruined. Kuwait, secretly an enemy. I didn't see Kuwait on there, did I? It was Qatar, yeah. I should have seen Kuwait. Jamaica 6,871. Kuwait 361. Didn't see UAE. UAE should have been in there. I didn't see UAE. I don't think we've got it, but we're putting a temple in Dubai. Wait, we've got a temple in Dubai, and we've got no membership? Oh, there it is. 1 or 0. Oh, wait, that's the next one. United Arab Emirates. 1,810. Okay, that makes more sense to have a temple, I guess. It's not the 18,000 of Russia or the 9,000 of Ukraine. And that could also be the war that caused the lowering of the numbers. Mormons fighting Mormons. I warn of this, and nobody's listening. Because you do understand, Mormons are going to war against Mormons around the world. So yeah, they shot down our planes, our fighter jets. They shot them down. And then afterwards went, oh crap, oh we're so sorry. Our bad. Friendly fire. Whatever. Shoot 'em, Trump. And finally, an AI in the news again attacked Amazon. It's like the other month last year, New Jersey, person turns on the system, crashes the system. AI, so true. Let's get to these fun pictures. If you're not going to listen, you're not going to be saved. Do you not know your scriptures? No, you don't. You don't.